Hallo Leute, willkommen zur Folge von Doki Doki, Letzte Folge Boost Guys Mod. In der letzten Folge haben wir Dings mit dem Club halt auseinandergesetzt, halt Dings, was wir für das Festival machen, haben uns halt auch gedacht, wir entschlossen halt Gedichtsvertrag halt zu machen halt. Jeder wird halt ein Gedicht vor Leuten einfach vortragen und ja, hatte ein paar Probleme und alles so halt Dings, aber zum Beispiel nicht die Theorie damit, aber schlussendlich sind wir zu einem Schluss gekommen und werden das jetzt halt machen. Wir sind dann halt nach Hause gegangen danach halt, also nachdem das alles geklärt wurde und alles halt, ja, vorbereiten oder so halt abgesprochen wurde, besser gesagt. Und auf dem Weg zu Hause hat sich Sören ein bisschen komisch benommen halt, weil Dings sie ruhiger war wie sonst und halt gefragt hat, wenn Netzi uns fragen würde, sie auf dem Weg nach Hause zu begleiten, ob sie dann ob wir entweder mit Netzki oder mit ihr halt gehen halt. Wo wir halt drauf geantwortet haben mit Dings, dass wir mit ihr halt nach Hause würde noch immer gehen halt, weil sie uns aber wichtig ist und Spaß mit haben hier Zeit zu verbringen oder so. Aber ja. Und jetzt sind wir zu Hause und ich bin mal gespannt, was passiert, weil hier schlagwürdige Sachen passieren, wie ich jetzt nicht erwartet. Ich glaube, hier werden wir auf die Eltern vielleicht treffen. Das könnte sein. I'm home! No response. I'm alone, as usual. I mumbled apart to myself. Talking myself as if I'm the protagonist of a manga or game. I must be going stir crazy. Well, you are. Almost still out on her business trip. She's never home anymore. I miss her. But I don't blame her for anything. It's hard enough providing for yourself, let alone a kid. Since I'm alone, I decided to make an instant meal for dinner. Digging through my cabinets, I find some old soup cups. Miso soup sounds good. I unwrap the packaging, pour in some water, and place the meat in the microwave. While it cooks, my mind wanders back to my performance earlier. Ich glaube auch hier in Blue Skies Mod werden erstens halt natürlich, was auch klar ist, natürlich tiefere Connections mit den Charakteren können aufbauen, aber wir werden auch, glaube ich, mehr Geschichte mit dem Hauptcharakter haben und auch sehen, dass der seine Probleme hat. Wie zum Beispiel, dass seine Eltern nicht da sind. Sein Vater nämlich schon ist entweder von seiner Mutter geschieden, will nichts von seinem Kind wissen, also ist einfach abgehauen sozusagen, oder ist eventuell sogar gestorben. Das steht noch offen halt, was es halt jetzt ist. Aber auf jeden Fall, Vater scheint nicht präsent zu sein in seinem Leben. Weshalb auch immer, ne? Ja, das habe ich schon gelesen. That rating was so vivid, so realistic. Can I really pull off that performance again, but this time in front of a crowd? It wasn't even that great in the first place, just doing it in front of girls was nerve-wracking. Guess I'm not really used to being around people again. Maybe that's it. Think about it, I guess I've kind of been subconsciously isolating myself from people ever since the divorce. Okay, hat sich geregelt. Es ist eine Scheidung also gewesen, before even in some cases. I wonder when I started shunning myself. Maybe that's part of why Sarah and I drifted apart over the past 3 years. It wasn't intentional or anything. It just happened. At least I don't think it was intentional, but I'm glad I got to reconnect with her in the literature club. It's given me something to do, something to look forward to that isn't anime or video games. Talking with the girls has made me feel more appreciated. It's a nice feeling, something that's missing for me ever since the divorce. Maybe that's why Siri likes walking home with me, it makes her feel appreciated. Siri, the more I think about it, the more concerned for her I get. She said some pretty weird stuff, but I guess people just have their days off. Maybe it just changed a little bit over the years. Pretty normal, right? I'd like to think that. I'll be able to tell if something was up with her. Although given her recent distance, I'm not so sure. Sure, we started talking again, but there's a lot of lost time. Maybe that'll change, and we'll go back to how we used to. Beep! I hope. Okay, das war's mit dem Tag. Jetzt schreiben wir das nächste Gedicht. Ah, das ist eine geile Sequenz einfach, das hier. Ich will auf Nerz gehen, aber ich will irgendwie auf diese Theorie-Route auch jetzt. Irgendwie will ich aber auch auf die Yuri-Route Dings, weil ich mich auch wirklich schlecht für sie fühle. Also am Anfang habe ich mich ja entschieden für. Ah doch, ich bleib bei Netzki. Vibrant? Scheiße, das ist nicht. Lily. Ich glaube, das auch auf Dings geht. Pure? Okay, das ist. Okay, 2-1. Flea. Ging halt 3-1. Cheeks. 3-2. 3-3. Ja. Blanket. 4-3. Das ist definitiv die Dings. Raindrops. 4-4. Fuck. Lucky. Okay. Hop. 5. 6. 7. Fuck. Kawaii definitiv. 12. Ja. Papa definitiv. Dings. Skirt. Yep. Cloud? Na, okay, das macht mal Sinn. Ja, okay, doch, macht Sinn. Ja, okay, da. Didi. Ich da mal einfach mal. Fluffy? Ja, okay. Okay, wir haben doch Netz bekommen. Oh man, I haven't last one here. Oh, don't worry about it. Everyone's late from time to time. Besides, you've been working hard, so I think you deserve some slack. I guess so. I'm usually pretty punctual, but I just lost track of time today. What made you forget the time? It's a funny story actually. Recently I decided to learn how to play the piano, so I was practicing just now. That's probably why I didn't know the school bell going off. You can play the piano? That's quite impressive. I always wanted to play an instrument myself. It's not as cool as you make it to be. I've only been playing for a little while, so I've still got ways to go before I'm any good. You pick up an instrument too, Yuri. I could definitely see you playing the violin. Ja, da stimme ich zwar Monika zu. Ich könnte mir ganz gut vorstellen, dass allerdings Yuri so eine Violine könnte spielen. Oder eine Harfe, das könnte ich mir auch irgendwie bei Yuri vorstellen. Ich weiß, so eine Harfe würde irgendwie auch auf Yuri zu passen. Das könnte ich mir so eine Gitarre ganz gut vorstellen, irgendwie. Ich weiß nicht warum, aber irgendwie das würde so sitzen, irgendwie so eine Gitarre. Und Theorie? Was wäre es hier für Theorie, so ein Instrument, was gut passen würde? Weiß nicht warum, aber irgendwie tendiere ich gerade sozusagen, dass vielleicht eine Batterie sogar, so ein Schlagzeug. Ich weiß nicht warum, aber das würde irgendwie so Theorie passen, halt, weil das ist ja ja doch irgendwie passt zu Theorie, finde ich. Egal, das ist nur meine Meinung dazu. Egal, zurück zum Spiel. Yeah, that pretty much suits you. That pretty much suits you perfectly. Ah, the violin is a beautiful instrument. I'm partial to the sound of the flute as well. Flutes can be calm and elegant, just like you. Thank you. How is it like to play the piano? It's really an enjoyable instrument to play. Not to mention, I really love how it sounds. One moment it can sound gentle and soothing, the next powerful and full of force. The piano is an instrument that I'm familiar with too. Well, at least somewhat. My father had signed me up for piano lessons when I was younger. I've been playing it since high school and wanted to pass his passion down to me. But I never really got into it. Considering that, you think that I would hate the piano. But... Moment mal, das war gerade eine weirde Line. Considering that, you think that I would hate the piano. Also entweder ich denke einfach nur so viel, aber das klingt so ein bisschen, als würde er mit uns sprechen. Natürlich können wir das jetzt einfach auf Seite werfen, weil das Spiel probiert halt mit dieser Line einfach zu uns eine Verbindung zu machen. Oder das ist ein Indiz auf dass das Spiel vielleicht dass der Avatar beim Spiel vielleicht auch benutzt ist. Was ich aber nicht glaube. Ich glaube einfach, dass es von versuchen im Spiel einfach mit uns eine Verbindung aufzubauen halt. Weil so wie dieser Satz aber aufgebaut ist, considering that you think that I would hate the piano. Think that I would hate the piano. Also würde ich selbst in meinem Kopf sprechen, würde ich sagen. Wenn man, dann würde ich nicht sagen, considering that you would think that I would hate the piano. Ich würde sagen, considering that it's a surprise I don't hate the piano. Irgendwas in diese Richtung. Egal, ich denke mir wahrscheinlich zu viel wieder. Ich denke wieder wahrscheinlich viel zu viel rein. But for some reason, I find myself internally cheering on Monica. Maybe because it reminds me of my father, in a way. Monica, you certainly are a talented individual. First starting your own club from the ground up and now picking up a piano on a whim. I doubt I'll be able to do that. Or don't say that. Anyone can do amazing things. As long as they have a passion for it. This is why I think we're all going to do amazing at the festival. I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be awesome. Natsuki, weren't you just protesting the festival yesterday? I obviously meant everything besides a part of the festival. I still don't like the idea of performing. Monica rolls her eyes. I don't want to start this whole debate over again either. But I'm looking forward to everyone else. everything else. It's a whole day of school where you can just wander out and eat till you burst. I can see eagerness in Natsuki's eyes. She must really like food. Kinda reminds me of a certain someone. Speaking of which, where's Sayori? Oh, there you are. Sayori's sitting at the desk in the back room, staring out the window. I walk over to her. As I do, I hear the girls continue to converse behind me. Something about squid? Oh. Bevor wir jetzt mit Sayori-Dings sprechen. Das mit Squid, das ist eine Referenz an das Originalspiel, wo Dings jetzt Netzi darauf anspricht, dass Monika sich nicht auf das Fest freut und dann halt sagt, dass warum sie halt erklärt, warum sie sich wundert halt nämlich, weil anscheinend in irgendeiner Sprache halt Monika halt Dings Squid ist soll und ja. Nice Referenz. Hey Sayori, I have my head in front of her face. You're spacing out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can talk to everyone else. Huh. Are you okay? She forces a smile. It's not very convincing. Of course I am, silly. Why wouldn't I be? I don't know, you just seem a bit off today. Maybe I'm wrong, but my one mind wanders back to what she asked me was if we were walking home together. You're a bit too much, my Kazuma. I'm fine, seriously. She shows me another smile, much bigger and more genuine. While it seems much more semi-eerie-like, there's still something inside me that feels like something's up. So you must have noticed, as she hastens to explain. To tell you the truth, I just don't get much sleep. I didn't get much sleep last night. I'm really tired, so sorry if I'm really cranky. Seriously though, I'm probably not much fun to hang around with right now. Why don't you spend some time with the others? I might try and have a little nap. Sure, okay, just know that if anything's bothering you, you can talk to me, okay? I hate to see you suffering in silence. She nods. Suffering might be a little strong already. Well, you know what I mean. Zoe nods again, then shoos me away. As I wander off to talk to Monika, the feeling of uneasiness isn't going away. Maybe that's just how Sayori is these days. I mean, it's been a good few years since we probably hung out together. Maybe she changed? Deep down, I know that isn't the reason. Still, maybe Monika knows more than I do. After all, she's the president, right? I timidly approach her. She's shuffling through some papers at her desk. Kazuma, what's up? I decide to jump right in. There's no point in beating about the bush. Hey, so have you noticed anything wrong with Sayori recently? Wrong? What do you mean? I don't know. It's just she seems a little downcast today. So have you any idea what she might be why she might be feeling off? Like, have you seen her act this way before? No, I can't say I've ever seen her like this before. Yeah, she said she's feeling tired because she didn't get much sleep, but to be honest, I'm not buying it. She's normally upbeat and cheerful. Her behavior has been so uncharacteristic. Monika appears across the room and Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber ways up and down her desk. Wait, didn't she say she was going to try a nap? Maybe there's something on her mind. The question is, though, why are you asking me, Kazuma? You certainly know her longer than I have. Yeah, well, you spent more time around her seriously than I have with the club and all. I guess so, but I've never seen her dismiss me? Maybe she didn't exactly dismiss me, but I felt like she just wanted me gone. So I'm just concerned for her, you know. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, that's all. No, I appreciate you coming to me. It's really sweet how concerned you are for her. After all, it's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know. Maybe I'll try talking to myself. Are you sure that's a good idea? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? I know you've known Sayori for longer than I have, so perhaps you're right. Still, let's worth a try. Also have to talk about what she wants to do for the festival anyway. Alright, fair enough then. I just hope she's more receptive to you than she was with me. Monika pauses, studying my worried facial expression. The woman with a smiling reflects in her eyes. You really care about her, don't you? What I can gather, you've been friends for a while. We've been childhood friends for as long as I can remember. Although before I joined the club, we have been drifting along a lot. I hate thinking that she's been like this. Without me, you want to help her. Hey, I know it's hard, Kazuma. It's never easy seeing a friend suffer. For what it's worth, she's likely to have someone so far for looking out for her. Don't blame yourself for it. Can always be there for everyone. I know she's right, but the feeling of guilt still resides. Yeah, I guess. Hey, she's been a lot happier since you joined the club, you know? Huh? Really? Yep. She told me she was kind of surprised at first, and she didn't expect you to want to join. But once she got over that, she enjoyed having you around. Anyway, I know it's hard seeing her like this. I'll talk to her and see what I can do, okay? She'll be fine, don't you worry. Sure hope so. I just hope hope you're right, Monica. Thank you for everything, by the way. You've been a big help. You're too kind, Kazuma. Nothing to thank me for. She stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Saori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Saori and gently talk to her, but she's keeping her voice so quiet. I sigh and I sit myself down. I know Saori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but it's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. There's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica to talk to her. Hey, you! I look to see Natsuki standing next to me. Well, don't just sit there. You don't have much time today. Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to worry you. I said I can't wait on anything. It's just... Natsuki glances at her hands. She's holding the third volume. Oh, right, that. Oh, sorry, something just came up sweetly. You can start it. We can get started now if you like. Jeez. If something's bothering you, you can just tell me to go away, you know. Assume you don't want to talk about it. She mumbles that last part, so I might have heard it. Nah, it's okay, it's not really that big of a deal. I'm just a bit concerned about Saori, it's all. Saori? Yeah, she seems distant today. I don't know, she says she's just tired today. But there's something in the back of my mind telling me it's more than that. Natsuki takes a moment to reflect on what I just said. I think you're just being paranoid, Kazuma. If she doesn't want to tell you why she's feeling down, then that's probably nothing really important. She's your best friend, so I think she'd come to you first if anything happened. Yeah, I guess you're right. Maybe I'm just paranoid. Guess you get that way when you know someone as long as I've known Saori. You've been friends for a while, right? Yep, about as long as I can remember. You must really care about her. Expression on Natsuki's face is almost a bit jealous? Well, that's my best friend? Yeah. I can see where this conversation is going and trying to change subjects. Anyway, as you said, we don't have much time. Wanna get started? Yeah, sure. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room. Why don't we share poems now? Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica and she smiles reassuringly at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Zoe. Deswegen wir auch jetzt direkt zu Monika gehen, damit ihr wisst, was los ist. Hi, customer. I approach Monica wanting to talk about Zoe for some more. But she takes control of the conversation before I can say anything and immediately jumps into club business. This might come as a surprise, but you have a festival coming up soon. Oh wow, I never could have guessed. Have you thought about what you wanted me to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I have to give it some more thought. Despite any praise the girls might have given me, I really love them poetry up to snuff. I'm sure there's not just little bias during the poetry discussions. Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'll sure turn out great. Wouldn't want to let the club down, right? She says it's with a teasing tone, but the chill one stumbles by when I think about the implications of disappointing everyone. Who knows what Monica would do if I betrayed her as a literature club subject. Not to mention, I'm also looking forward to seeing her performance. Right. That's definitely something that I can relate to. Don't worry so much. We'll do fine. After all, you've been doing fine in this poetry discussion so far. So you say. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Here it is. I let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands. But although we're supposed to be discussing poetry right now, I can't tell but to remain preoccupied by thoughts of Zoe. I'm worried about her, to say the least. Such an unexpected change that's come over her. Did something happen to her? Kazuma? Uh-huh? Sorry, did you just call my name? Yeah, twice actually. Seemed like you're a million miles away. What's up? I was just thinking about whatever's happened to Zoe. So sorry if I wasn't paying attention. It's fine, Kazuma, I understand. For what it's worth, you're a good friend for caring so much about her. Thanks, I just hope the things can go back to normal soon. My advice to you would be to let her come to you on her own. She talk if she wants to. I think that you should respect her boundaries. You're right, I appreciate your advice, by the way. Of course, I'm always willing to lend you a sympathetic ear if you need one. Was this jetzt los? Today might not be the happiest of days for the club. But that's alright, not every day will be happy. We all pull through it. We all pull through this together. I hope so. I feel like I shouldn't be going about the club normally, but I think that Sarah probably needs more normalcy right now. So in the end, I try to get the poem sharing back on track. Anyway, since we're supposed to be sharing poems right now, I also forgot about it myself. So present I am. Monica quickly whips out a pristine composition notebook. Here's my home pen, alright? Thanks. The box part 2. On my nightstand sits an ornate box. Painstakingly crafted, decorated with the most delicate filigree. Beautiful, beautiful. The most beautiful box we'd ever see. In a box stands slender porcelain ballerina. No, not stands. Twirls. She's inanimate, yet animate. Cold, yet vibrant. And, oh, so beautiful. The most beautiful ballerina you'd ever see. She spins and spins and spins. As the boxing melody goes, twinkle, tinkle, tinkle, tinkle. She neither smiles nor frowns, a permanent look of blank composure painted on her facade. She dances for my amusement, and yet I'm evaded by amusement. The room spins around me. Vertigo. I want my answers, but she gives me none. I slam the box closed, and yet the room still spins. My skin, porcelain. Is this all she is meant to be? Is this the meaning she's supposed to derive? Is this the sole purpose of her existence? And then her skin cracks, shattering. You know, I feel like looking for answers and contemplating your reality are the sorts of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything. And it was kind of my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. Never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Because if we had all the answers, would the world start to lose its meaning? Yeah. You know, that's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Or fitting subjects for a somber day. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't one-dimensional creatures. That's what makes people so interesting. You might think that it would be way better if everyone's happy and uncomplicated all the time. But how would you know what happiness was if it weren't for the sadness to compare it to? I guess that's true. Even so, I'd rather not see my friends so troubled. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. You ever feel discouraged when something you've put a lot of time into doesn't get as much attention as you thought it would? For instance, you could have spent hours and hours on a poem, only to have your friends barely glance at it when you show it to them. It might make you feel like doing anything anymore is useless, and the sad truth is the world is so saturated with created works and already that most people won't receive any attention. At least relative to most popular artists and authors. There's actually not much that you can do in that situation besides trying your best. However, you also shouldn't think of things of popularity and numbers of views. The most important thing you should be your own personal self-satisfaction. If you pride yourself in your work, then I say that's enough success. No? That was the most depressing writing tip of the day ever. That's my advice for the day. Thanks for listening. Check my up on ZOWIE. It's good to see you taking poetry seriously, Kazuma. Yeah, truthfully I wasn't really sure how much I like writing poems, but come here made me realize how much enjoyable it can be. It looks like you've really been influenced by Natsuki too. Have I? Did you write it specifically for her? What? No, I didn't. What gave you that impression? Never mind, it's Knight's poem, by the way. Oh, thank you. An awkward silence descends upon us. It's good to see you making friends still. Seeing it closer to them, seeing you happy, it makes me happy too. I turn to look at her, but she's deliberately avoiding eye contact as she aimlessly fiddles with her pen in her hands. Her words really don't match her demeanor. No sense in questioning it, though, as I already know what the response would be. How was your nap, by the way? Oh yeah, it was great. It really helped. I'm fully aware that she didn't nap at all, and the fact she went along with the lie further confirms my suspicions. I won't open my mouth to call her out on it, but then I stop, remembering Natsuki's words. Maybe Natsuki was right, perhaps I'm just overreacting. As she pointed out, Zoe is my best friend. Then again, it's not like we've really been acting like best friends over the past 3 years. There's clearly some distance between us, as much as I don't want to admit it. All I can do now is let her know I'm there for her and I respect her boundaries. Sometimes you have to just work with the hand you've been dealt, I guess. Hey Siri, look, this might sound a bit weird, but I just want to know that I'm here for you, no matter what's going on. I shouldn't have replied earlier, I should have respected your privacy. It's just hard for me to sit back and do, well, it feels like nothing. It's okay, I appreciate the concern. Thank you anyway. Monica told me she wanted to discuss the festival preparations, so everyone was done sharing poems. So I should probably show my poem now. Anyway, here's it. Fairy tale. In a kingdom far, far away, there was a castle. In the castle there was a wish. The wish came to be long, long ago. She was made to be an angel, but I wasn't an angel. I was just a wish to make everyone happy. I took on the burdens and did what I could. I kept safe their dreams like a guardian should. The seeds from my efforts then spread far and wide. I fed them with power and found deep inside. People liked me when I made things right, but they got used to it and stopped believing so much. I watched the children playing and felt sad, but I was happy too, I really was. It truly was enough to be the fairy godmother. The one everyone depended on, trusted, but time kept on passing as I gave my all. I had nothing left and I couldn't stand tall, but I kept on going as I've always done. A soldier in battle with nowhere to run. Even wishes get tired too. Once everyone was happy, my job was done, but what came after? I could see darkness to the horizon. Quickly, make it all go away. Anything's big and bright, what more could anyone wish for? Nobody knew how long it would keep up. But it kept living happily ever after. So, what did you think? Wow, sorry, I had no idea you could write like this. This is something else. Have the others seen this? No, not yet. You're the first one I've shown it to. What an honor, huh? So, what's this one about? From what I can gather, it's about someone who tries to keep everyone happy, right? She nods. People like that, but eventually kinda got used to it. But that's okay, because at least they were still happy. This person, the kingdom's wish, even she gets a little tired from time to time. But as long as everyone's happy, that's her job. She's happy when the others are happy. That's the most important thing. I look back at the poem, trying to pick up the more subtle meanings. But surely the angel doesn't have to be alone. People don't have to depend on just her to be happy. Surely angel could share the responsibility, right? I don't know, maybe I'm just looking into this a bit too much. I just feel kinda sorry for her. I think, am I seriously empathizing with a fictional angel? Das heißt, okay, unser Charakter hat nicht bemerkt, dass der Engel, über der gesprochen wird, die Theorie selbst ist. Die Theorie redet über sich selbst, nämlich. Es reflektiert Dings, halt Theories benehmen. Maybe I'm really getting into this poetry thing. I'm glad my poems can get such great reaction out of you, Kazuma. I really put a lot of thought into this one last night, and you seem to pick up on it. With an uncomfortable dawn of realization, it's become quite clear how this poem relates to Zoe. Voilà. I'm not going to have much luck questioning that though. Well, I hope the angel finds happiness soon. Maybe she should share burdens with other people. She just might be surprised at how receptive the people of the kingdoms are. But then they're really sad. That would be selfish. May really be happy to give something back to the angel. After all, she was keeping them happy. It's only fair to get to give something back, right? A shake of the head and a sad smile is only my response. God damn it. Ich glaube, für heute haben wir auch mal genug. Und so, das ist eine 40 Minuten Folge hier. Das heißt, wir werden die restlichen Poems dann einfach in der nächsten Folge dann behandeln. Und ja. Dann danke fürs Zuschauen. Ich hoffe, es hat euch gefallen. Wir sehen uns dann beim nächsten Video. Tschö!